Hey guys, what's up? It's iFlynn here, and today we're going to be talking about the Equinox Maim build. Now, this is the build that you use on Equinox while you are in her day form, so, the form that is the best XD, at least in my opinion. I like the day form because it deals a lot of damage and stuff, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So, the Maim build is all about slash procs, alright? So, let's, just to give you guys an example right here, if we just go ahead and spawn in these guys, right? What you can see is all these slash procs are happening to those bad guys over there, and they're getting very hurt, and it's very sad. But you see, it doesn't really deal that much damage whenever you're just kind of letting the aura affect them, right? So it's like it's a channel ability, kind of like Exalted Blade. It drains energy over time while it's active and all that good stuff. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn my abilities off there. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the effects of it, right? So when the Maim in night form allies are healed with each nearby enemy killed. In day form, nearby enemies are bled and then subjected to a wave of slashing force. So damage, we get 105, damage multiplier, energy per second, then you get the health multiplier as well for Maim, or not Mend, Derp. I just mixed the two up. So for Maim and Mend, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the point. So the Mend is for the healing, the Maim is for the damage dealing, all that good stuff. So show you guys the build. You can mod this in a lot of different ways. This is just how I do it. So you have lean expertise and streamline it here, plus primed continuity, so you have a very little drain. Stretched overextended and cunning drift for the range of the ability. Intensify for a little bit of damage. Prime flow for the energy. Vitality for your health, obviously. And then, energy siphon on here as your aura. You can change this to cruise projection if you'd like to deal more damage versus armored targets. And that is pretty much that. So if we go ahead and jump in, let me explain the ability just a little bit. So what you want to be doing is you want to be hitting your third ability first. Your third ability is basically just like a strength increase, so it'll up the damage that you do by 14%, which is pretty cool. There's no reason not to have that. It increases your power strength by 14%. So, whatever the increases to your strength with your ability, or the damage to your ability is affected by 14% power strength, that's what that ability is going to do. And anyone within this little aura is going to be affected by that power strength increase. And secondly, what you want to do is you want to turn on your fourth ability. So this is an active ability, and you can see the range of it because the floor turns all watery, and anyone who's on that floor, or basically in the radius of this ability, is going to be damaged by the slash proc. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to spawn in these chargers, and then we're going to kill them. And I want you guys to pay attention to the right hand, or the top right hand side, and look at the numbers. So as I kill these guys, you see that the little thing, which signifies the same sort of like little ability symbol as Maim, it has a 337k just below it, right? That basically means, or 374k right now, that means that we've stored 374,000 damage into our ability. We can go ahead and spawn in these guys again, jump into the middle, press 4, and that 374 damage just got released onto the enemies, and they all got insta-killed. Now, Equinox is an absolutely insane Warframe, as you guys can see. Like, I could take that damage, right? I can go ahead and store that damage up again, and basically one-shot a Bombard or a Heavy Gunner at level 145. So let's just go ahead and spawn in these Corrupted Chargers again. Not Corrupted Chargers, sorry, but let's just go ahead and spawn in the Chargers. Hit our Maim, like so. Get all of our damage, like so. Use our Atarax. This is all slash damage, remember. 374,000 damage. Spawn in our Bombards. Do Bombards, why not? Bombards. Here we go. Let's get 20 of them. Simulate. Jump into the middle. Press 4. And then it barely dealt any damage to them. But that's because they have armor, okay? So we're just going to ignore that absolutely insanely massive derp right there. And, continue on, but you guys get the point. It's going to deal 374,000 damage because you have that stored up in the top right hand corner. Because those Bombards had a lot of armor and a lot of health, the armor scales with their health. That's why they only basically got tickled by those slash procs, or by that ability in general, really. So if we just go ahead and spawn in these guys again, store up our damage again, and I can demonstrate it on some of our enemies and stuff, instead of level 145 Bombards. That might make a little bit more sense to those of you who are watching. That you get just one shot level 145 Bombards without like removing their armor. I thought it'd be a little bit ballsy and try it out, but scientific purposes, I guess. I didn't even turn on Maim there. Derped it up again. I'm a professional YouTuber, guys. I am a professional. You have to go ahead and turn it on, not press 5. Here we go. There we are. Store up our damage. Just keep on doing that, and then you should be good to go. And then you can just release it to whatever enemy it is. Probably try it versus Corpus Crewman or something, you know. Let's try it versus them instead of the Bombards. So, Corpus Tech. Bunny off them. Simulate. Jump in the middle. Hit it. And then, you know, a lot of damage gets dealt to them. You know, level 145 enemies here, guys. Level 145. That was a significant amount of damage for level 145. If you ask me, at least. If you ask me. So you can just go ahead and store it up again. Using your Atarax. You know, your good stuff. And your Sancti. So any damage you deal is going to be stored up into your fourth ability. So whether it's from your shotgun, whether it's from your melee, whether it's from the ability itself, it's going to be stored up, and then you're going to be able to release it back out at the enemies. And that's the sort of the point that I want to get across to you guys here, that you can store up as much damage as you want with this ability, and it'll release it back at the enemies. It's super insane. You also get multiplier if you have strength on, but because you're able to store up so much damage, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, you could probably one-shot like level 70 enemies with this. I don't know. Let's try level 70 armored units. See if that there works. Let's go for the Bombard again. Here we go. Go level 20 enemies, and then make them level 70. Let's see how that works out, you know? Let's see. Well, you see it dealt like a quarter of the health there, you know? Nothing too insane. But it's the fact that you can store up all that damage, which is the insane part about it. Obviously, there's better builds for Equinox out there, like a Growing Power build. I'll put an Imgur link to that there in the description. But build I'm using, you know, it's just kind of a super basic build. You can do a lot of content with it, especially in the lower levels in the star chart. And really, this is the only type of build that you're ever going to need now in Warframe. You know, you're never going to have to sort of go over this build, or you're never going to have to get more damage than this here build sort of offers you whenever you're killing these lighter mobs and storing up that damage, because the enemies just aren't going to get to the point where you need to do like anything over like 375k damage or anything like that there, you know? The build's just, you know, super insane for all the content which is, you know, sort of necessary in Warframe now. So you can just go ahead and do this here like anytime you want. Let's try level 145 Lancers, you know? See if that there makes any difference. Sorry. 1 in 20 of them simulate. These guys will have armor as well. Hit that. You know, they still don't die, but if you have cruise projection on, you have a full team of cruise projection, those guys have no armor, they're all gonna die, you know, because they're not gonna have anything at all, which is the super awesome part. If the enemies didn't have shields, if the enemies didn't have armor, and they only had their health, it would be super cool. They get insta-killed by this here ability, like, in no time. You could try throwing out cruise projection and seeing how it damages then by doing the exact same thing. So you spawn in these guys, bring out your ability, bring your Atarax or your shotgun or whatever, store up your damage. That's the important part. Maybe we might die here. Yep, might die there because they have a lot of armor. So just build it up versus the lighter units like the Infested, or like the lower level sort of Corpus units or something in the lower level missions, like on IO. Spawn kill them or something like that there, and then just, you know, store up all that damage and then release it back out at the enemies to see how much damage you actually end up doing. And that's the fun part about it. Now, in missions like IO, like I just mentioned, which is like a defense mission, you could literally just get this Equinox build, stand in the middle of the map, and everything that spawns, it will die, you know, because those guys are like level 30. So your slash procs and all the damage coming from your maim, it'll kill them, because it'll be proccing so much, it'll just murder them, right? Especially if you have something like, which will reduce your shields or something like that there, like a mag, or the aura which reduces shields, you know, different things like that there. It'll definitely help you out. Spawn in the Lancers again. There you go. Drop the Lancer. Spawn in 20. See how much damage we deal. Humiliate. Jump into the middle. Press 4. Dealt around the same amount of damage because, you know, it's a 30% decrease in their armor with cruise projection, so, you know, there's that. But that's the thought process behind the build. Like, let's just spawn in, like, I want to say, Corpus... regular Corpus Crewman. Yeah, let's go ahead, spawn in 20 of these guys, get them to level what, 30 is like the level that most missions are in this game now. Hit your 3, hit your 4. They didn't spawn for some reason. Rest in pieces. Do it now. Simulate. These guys will die pretty fast, you know. These slash procs will kill them. Look at their health just go down Go down, you get the slash procs, keep on going down. You just have to stand near them, and they die. It's super crazy. Super crazy. Even not getting damaged by it now. So then you can just release it back at them once you like kill one or two. Like so. Kill them like that there. Keep on doing your stuff, you know? It's pretty insane build. Turn it on and off, keep those slash procs going. Things like that there. Super easy. Such a great build, man. Such a great build. And if you haven't got Equinox, I suggest getting your hands on her as soon as possible. You can get her from the Talregger boss on Uranus. Yeah, that is basically Equinox. She's a great frame. Super overpowered in the real environment. I know in the simulacrum it might not seem so, but, you know, taking her into the real world, storing up all that damage, and then releasing it in the room, everything's dead. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button below. And you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.